Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader, and it's Thursday, August the 19th. These are the charts of the day. Today I'm going to cover some of the Boxer shorts as the market is looking quite tenuous here, or tentative here, I should say, and has potential additional downside and perhaps sharply so coming up ahead of us. It appears. We'll see. We took out some key support recently and pressed it lower today and sharply so before bouncing, but it looks like we may be headed lower. So let's keep an eye on some of the Boxer shorts and what they're looking like. In front of you, AFAM, almost family. You'll see that it broke the massive top formation in early July with this gap down here. Sharply moved down towards the bottom of the channel, bounced to resistance near 2780 and then backed off. This entire pattern may be misconstrued as a bear flag type formation. If you step back and look at the channel, you'll see that additional downside towards 21 may be coming short term. That's their support here at the July low, and beneath that we could even see the stock in the high teens. Medicis, AMED, which has been hit hard recently, could see further downside. This topping pattern here was broken in May. Stock is continuing to bounce lower in sliding fashion, then accelerated, formed the bear wedge, gap down, tried to bounce back here and rolled back to retest the lows. If those lows are taken out, possibility exists that the bottom of this channel and key support is taken out. We see a drop that takes us into the high teens at the very least. Aeropostale, ARO, one of a couple retail stocks on this list, weakening dramatically. This key support here was taken out. The June-July lows, the stock has been working its way lower. Tried to bounce back, but reversed back lower today. I'm still looking for a move that takes us down towards 19, currently at 23.24. Bio-Rad Laboratories had a huge reversal in May, came down hard, and has been stair-stepping lower before finally working its way up a little bit, but could not get through overhead resistance, backed off, and is now pressing on the lows. Next support around 78, 8.5 may be tested shortly, but ultimately that stock could possibly get down towards 70. Conceptus has been in a negative decline since the February highs, accelerating in July and then bouncing in a bear wedge type formation here. If this is broken to the downside, I expect we could see the stock down in the 10-11 zone. That's our next trading target zone. Cree. Cree's been a fantastic stock the last year and a half, having run up from the 12.5 range up to over 80 in the 83 range. Formed a topping pattern, came down hard a couple weeks ago and bounced, but rather feebly in my mind, and I don't see much reaction from the technicals. Today we backed off $1.47, and if this low here at around 56 is taken out, we could see this thing cascade lower. I have a $50 target on it short term. Quest Diagnostics, DGX, has been in a nasty decline since April, which has seen it drop from the near 60 level down to 43 and change before wedging. Drifting out here in more of a bear flag type pattern. A rollover would take it to the bottom of the channel down around 41, and that's our trading target. DLB, Dolby Laboratories, after a nice run up, which saw it move from 34 to 70, more than doubling. Stock topped in the zone, was unable to do much with 70 on about 5 different occasions right here. And finally came down, formed the bear flag, moved sharply lower a couple weeks ago, and then bounced over last week, forming another wedge. It sure appears that a tight new down channel is underway, and we'll project lows down in the 53 range short term. But ultimately, if this stock continues lower with this pattern, we could see the stock moving down into the mid to high 40s. FCN Consulting, also in a negative declining channel for the last year and a half, 2 years. It's certainly gone opposite to most of what the bull market's shown us. But rolled over hard in early July and formed a wedge, kind of drifting out, but I'm a believer that this thing rolls over and retests the 31 zone, takes that out, and moves down into the mid to high 20s. GPN Global Payments also in a declining mode since January. Distinct channel here, as you can see, has been hit. The top of that channel has been hit several times, and each time caused a full pullback. Now currently the stock is just underneath its moving average and trend line, and if it rolls over here, we should see a test of the 34.5 range, and beneath that, something in the low 30s. JDAS forming a big 2-month bearish type consolidation or wedge here, with declining tops, rising bottoms, moving average and trend channel resistance. If we do not take this out and roll over here, we could see a quick sharp move down towards the 18.5 area. That's our trading target. JST also been in a nasty declining for the last 6 months or so, as continues to stair step away lower, and although the last 4 weeks has formed a bearish wedge type formation or coil. It looks to me like further downside will be had, and a trading target around 8 3/4, 9 zone, right down in here is what I'm looking at. Blue Nile, another retailer with a negative pattern. Top end of last year, came down in January and February, bounced, rolled over, retested, and it's done that 4 times. Finally, we broke last week, and since the break, the stock has formed a bear flag. It looks to me like we're headed down for a move to 36, my initial trading target, and beyond that, secondary target is down around 28. Student loan looking ugly and continuing to move in a distinct down channel. Recently, just currently breaking out of a rising wedge bearish type pattern, rolled over hard today, $1.54, looking for a retest of the lows at 21, and beyond that a move down towards the bottom of the channel around 17.5. And lastly is Stryker SYK, also in a nasty looking channel. After topping at near 60 in April, it's run all the way down to the mid 40s, but still is not able to bounce much, and has formed a bear consolidation here that looks about ready to collapse. Next target at the bottom of this channel, down around 40, let's call it 43, 42.5, and then beyond that something around 40. Those are your targets. Those are your box of shorts for today. Good luck tomorrow. It may be a nasty one, and at least a wild one, and I will talk to you again on Sunday night. Bye-bye.